Hello, welcome to you. Welcome to this video. I want to teach you, as you can see in the title, plenty of stuff about my past and tips and tricks that I learned and stuff like this. So basically, it's simple. I will take my Facebook timeline. I will go in the past and I will try to comment about cool stuff I've learned and have done in the past. Feel free to ask any question in the comments. And this video is a long video, so if you don't want to learn stuff and it's too long for you, don't hesitate to leave the video and come back later if you want to learn some stuff. So for people that have time, let's go. So basically, where I'm now, I'm studying the HoloLens in aim to make a workshop. And the image you see here is the image of the field of view of the HoloLens. You have to know that the HoloLens, you just see this image like this, really short, small image, and you have to compile for 20 minutes. So this image is just me trying to make a version for virtual reality like this. You put the helmet and you just put play on Unity, and bam, you're ready to try it like you were in the HoloLens. Cool stuff. Feel free to ask questions. This is image I shared. It's because the Magic Leap is coming to make a lot of steps that will push the augmented reality community far and push the HoloLens to make progress and publish progress. So it's cool news. It's the Global Game Jams next week. If you look the video now, subscribe to the Global Game Jams. It's the big game jams that take place all around the world. 1 week ago, I learned to do what we call Universal Windows program. It's a small application that you can run on phone, Windows, Xbox, and your PC. But the cool part, and it's why I'm talking about you about that, is that you can put that in virtual reality with the virtual helmet and in the hologram, in the the HoloLens as an hologram. It's super cool to work. It's kind of complicated to make the first time, but when you do it, you can personalize your world. It's really crazy. Maybe you look the video over there. It's really cool. If you want to publish on the store, you need to pay a developer license and not a company license, because if you pay a company license, you are screwed. You are not a company, so you cannot publish. Pop it up. So the HoloLens, everybody know. It's just because I'm doing a workshop. So if you want to learn about the HoloLens, go see at Hello HoloLens on my account, and you will see plenty of information of how the HoloLens is working. Here it's a video about how you can trigger firework from Hello HC06. It's a Bluetooth component that allows you to send information on the Arduino. So basically, for example, you have a wire with a firework, and when you burn the wire with a 9-volt battery and 2 amp of power, it will burn the igniter, and bam, you have a firework that is firing from using a Arduino. Here is my working station on this project, and some video talking about the progress of it. Here it's a cool video about virtual reality that is cool, speaking about all the new stuff, but you don't have time for that. Yep. If you one day burn an unpermit fuse, it look like this, and it's really easy to open it and to replace it. It happened to me, and it was fun to learn. So there was an hackathon that was called the Xmas Christmas hackathon, organized by MonoGeek, and basically the guy of my group that proposed an idea is to trigger firework safety from a safe distance. So I joined the group, and the project looked like this. So basically, as you can see, we have a breadboard that is communicating to an Arduino. The Arduino is communicating to an HC06. It's a small Bluetooth component, and it allows us to put some voltage to trigger the firework. As you can see, there is a bridge over there, so you have a 3-volt and a 5-volt need, and so you need to make a bridge for transform the 5 volts of the Arduino in a 3 volt. here you can see that there is a relay, so it's a device that allows you to put 5 volts, and behind that you can put any volts and any amp you want, basically. Not any amp, but a lot of them. And here, by putting a lot of electricity, it allowed me to burn the fuse of the firework by burning a cable. There's a huge video of 1 hour on the subject, so I will not speak about it for hours. Yup. Here. And let's go to the past. So a student that have done 3 projects that is pretty cool. What you can learn about it is that some student did an escape room where one guy is in like a bunker. I don't remember the name in English. It's a container, and the other guy is in virtual reality in another room, and they have to collaborate to be able to make the guy succeed the mission and escape the room. The other application that is pretty cool is a student that did some magic game where you have to make the right move to fire the power. And more you do the move right and with good timing, more the power is powerful. It's really cool games. Don't hesitate to watch the video over there. Here is just the teacher, a recent teacher. Wikigit utility is a super cool utility. So basically, you should use it if you do wiki on Git. Basically, you have plenty of image in your Wikigit, but with the time, the image will disappear from the web and so from your wiki. Same for YouTube video. You want to put YouTube video in your wiki, but you have to type a lot of text because you have to do an image, take the image, put the image, take the link of the YouTube video, put it on the image, and put the link on the below. Here you just launch the application, you take the video, poof, bam, it's copying the text in your clipboard, and you can put it in the wiki. Like, I use it all the time. It's super cool. If you want more information, feel free to ask or to look on the subject. Here is a cool video about philosophy. Christmas hackathon is the image of the events. Technobel, it's a video presenting the project of the student that I was talking about. Brotaru. If you never done a Brotaru before, you have to do it. So basically every month on Brussels, people join, drink a beer, people from the video game industry. We drink a beer and we talk video game, we talk about the industry, and we have fun playing the game of each each another. And yeah, it's from 6 to 9 o'clock on the night and at the night. And yeah, feel free to join if you want to work in the video game industry and know how it's working in Belgium. Yeah, everybody know that the computer will kill us one day. Here it's if you don't have you know, the big equipment to be able to walk in VR, you just need a pair of controller and bam, you can do virtual reality. It's super cool. Yeah, here it was a post where I was talking about this guy is like, oh man, now that I realize that we need keyboard for augmented reality, and it's a subject I'm working for months. Basically, yeah, we need a keyboard because as soon as you put a helmet like HoloLens, Magic Leap, or virtual reality, but you have a backpack, you will move from your desk, and so you will be able to do plenty of stuff. But as you don't have a keyboard, you cannot write, you cannot type, you cannot move. It's really boring. So we need to create a keyboard, a new keyboard, and it's a super big challenge. And I tried to fix it this year, but it will not be easy. And so I was happy that some people realize now this because it makes some years that I'm thinking about that, and now people are realizing. That's cool. Here it's me making a video saying that if you have questions, feel free to go on my Patreon website because I answer everything. For example, if you want to go, it's Patreon/Eloi, and basically I put everything I know and everything I have on this new website since some months. What I want to do is to say, give me €1 by month and take everything you can from me, my demo, my application, my knowledge, and I think that is if I help enough people through time, I will be able to live of this and not from a job or some services and stuff like this. It's now that I realize that going in my past like this will take hours. Huh? So here, for example, currently, the first part of this Patreon is telling, yeah, I'm working on that. So here I'm working on Tap With Us, that is a keyboard for the hand. HoloLens, because I'm doing a workshop on it. Kill the keyboard, because I want to be able to give the opportunity to me or to someone to create a new kind of keyboard. And Publish My Past is because since 5 years I've done plenty of projects, but I never published it. And now I regret a bit that because I should at least publish demo or at least publish some stuff that people can use. And so that's why I'm doing this video too. So if you want to follow my work, here is some YouTube channel you can follow. And here is the device I own. And if you want to ask question, you just have to click here. And if you have Patreon, you can ask question in the comments. I will answer directly. Here it will be and it will be plenty of game, application and tool I'm working with. More I will go in this year, more I will have plenty of stuff over there. So yeah, feel free to join. But don't give money by pity, give money if you need it. If you need to access the tool I'm giving you over there. So, that guy, it's a YouTuber, but I was impressed because he is doing some review of virtuality in a fun way, and he is doing a plenty of game. So up is not jump. It's I'm Patreoning this guy because yeah, it's pretty cool what he is doing, and don't hesitate to subscribe to his channel. Some months ago, what I did, I took the application that is called Vuforia AR Deck. It's basically you take a deck of cards and you can use it for doing augmented reality application from the deck of cards, and also it can track what card has been detected. So if you want to do a card game, feel free to go over there. It's you will have a Unity package that is now updated and a video explaining you how to use the application. Yep, I'm doing that now. That's a manga that is super cool about samurai. Typing God. Typing God is one of my game that I'm proud of it. Basically, it's a typing game where you need to type faster than Eminem. It's impossible, but that's the fun part of it. It's so impossible that it's fun to try and to type, and you see the letter going on. And stuff that is cool is that you will learn plenty of stuff because if you want to type fast, you need to remember the letter. So you need to remember the word. You need to catch them quick. And you have a memory tampon. So basically you have to say, for example, you want to write Eloi is a dummy. You will have to remember Eloi is dummy and type without stopping. And when you are typing Eloi is dummy, you should already read because she don't learn stuff that she did in the past. So you need to read, type, and memory. And once cool stuff also is that to be able to type fast, you need to know the word. And so I surprised myself to learn the spelling of a lot of words in English that I was doing a lot of mistake about, and now easy to write. And so play it, it's super depressing because it's too fast, but it's super fun for people that like typing. Some months ago, Technobel, that is Technocité, that is a formation center in Belgium, did a cool workshop about making augmented reality with graffiti, and it was 2 or 3 weeks, and it was finishing with a festival. I invite you to look around on it. It's street art, Technocité with these 3 words. You will be able to find it. Really cool. Pop. There is not a long time ago, some months ago, we went with Molengig, that is a co-working at Brussels in Morocco. And in Morocco, I did an application that was called Speechless Universal. It was an application that, with the type of a finger, allow you to send some sound like speechless that I have done before, but the sound is language. So basically, you do tak tak, it will say hello. Tak tak, if you have choose Japanese, will say hi or hi or. I don't remember how it's said in Japanese. But if you do back, it will do baka. And so you just need to learn a movement, and bam, it triggers the sound in the language you want. So if you can speak in one language, you can speak in every language. That was the fun part of this application. And it was really stressful because I was the project leader and the developer, and in a week where you have 10 people in your group and you have to do the both of them, it's impossible. It was really fun, but I did not sleep. It was wow. The Meet and Build is a really cool event next year. Don't forget to subscribe to this. So it's end of the year. It's basically speaking about the gaming industry. So there is plenty of lecture about the gaming industry. Everything was recorded. So if you look to Meet and Build 2018 on the web, you should find the video. It's in French for the most of it. Some are in English, but really you should look at it. It was at Charleroi in Belgium. It's amazing. Da-da-da-da-da. What you could learn from my past. Oh, here in Europe, apparently, we'll not have in the future this change of hours during the season. So here basically it's a game that you can do in 0 hour. So 0 hour, it means that you have to do it in 1 hour during the time change in winter. And so here what I did as a game, it was just a game where you have some finger position, and you need to press it to be able to delete it. And it was to train myself to type with the tap wizard, that is the keyboard. The keyboard you put here in your finger, and bam, 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 bam. Basically, it looked like, for people that never used it, look like this. So you have a box to recharge your finger. Poof. You put it like pop, pop, pom, like this. Tac. And now you can type A, E, O, U, S, T, L, and so just by typing some combination of finger, you can trigger some letter. Basically, me, I like this product, but I love it when I not typing keyword but triggering some stuff. For example, for the firework project, when I was doing that, poof, it was firing the first firework. If I doing that, tac tac, it fire 2 other one. If I doing that, it fire another sequence. It's super cool to use it like this, and it needs to code a little bit, but it's really super useful in this situation. I don't trust about the keyboard on this project, but I trust it on a tool. And so yeah, it was to explore the possibility of this device. If you have plenty of questions on this, feel free to ask. I will do a video this year about it. But I was waiting to have more time to have the video, and that the API they're providing is a bit better. So yeah, me trying the application. This video is super cool. It's a guy who put a projection of a camera and that is controlling the a small car from that with the Wi-Fi. Really, really cool. In VR, it should be awesome. Yeah, Facebook saying that I've done plenty cool stuff in the past. Here it's the team of Speechless. So Speechless, like Speechless Ultimate, it's basically you do that, it say hello, you do that, it says goodbye, that it mean yes, no, maybe, absolutely not. And so like this you can type and it will speak for you if you are speechless. And basically, as you are speechless, you cannot speak. So I don't use Google, but I use other people. So basically, you say, you take your phone. I will say that it's my phone. You write something like, can you say, I want a cigarette? You put your phone like this. The guy is recording, do you have a cigarette? And now when you triggering your finger, you can say, I want, do you have a cigarette? It's as simple as that. It's cool. It's a prototype, but if you want the demo, if you want to talk about it, feel free to contact me. This image is super cool. Basically, when you have a helmet or virtual reality helmet in your face, you can have what we call an operating system. So it means plenty of windows that you can work in. And basically you are in a virtual room. It's really, really big. But this video is cool because before you only have access to one screen of your computer, but now they have made an update where you can, if you have 3 screens outside of the helmet, you can have 3 screens of windows in the virtual reality world. It's super useful. So if, for example, in this video, in the bottom you have the left screen, the right screen, and on the top you have 2 Internet Explorer in the on the top. On the bottom you have a YouTube video for the music, and on the side I have Twitter, on the side I have Reddit, and behind me I have plenty of other stuff. It's really a cool stuff to watch, and you can bring it anywhere. You just take your helmet, put it on your, and bam. So that's the video of the guy who gave me the will to learn the HC06 Bluetooth components. Yeah, another image of what I'm talking about, 2 window screen in virtual reality. When I learned about that, I was like, wow! A boxing game, it's because I wanted to make a box game, but based on the rotation of the controller, because the controller here is not tracking space, but I can track the rotation. So basically, if I do that, the rotation change and I can give a hit. It's to be able to learn to my student how to do that, and it was a workshop in the lecture I was giving on virtual reality. So if you want to, but I don't think you want to learn about the demolition wheelchair. Oh my god, my god, my god, my god. Basically, demolition wheelchair, it's a game we did during a game jams about education, and we wanted to work on teachable people what is a wheelchair and have fun with it. So basically we did a game where you have a bomb under the wheelchair and you need to move, else it will explode. So you have a guy behind that is pushing the wheelchair with the screen, and you have a guy in the wheelchair that have an aspira gun. It's a gun but made from something that sucks dust. I don't know the name. Aspirator. But yeah, and so it's super cool. I've made some video, but I've never published it. I should, because it's crazy project, but it's a one-time project. I mean, it's not every day that you have a wheelchair, a PC linked to it, a screen, plenty of cable, the Windows Mixed Reality, and everything ready. So I will push the video one day. It's really, really a cool project. King Spray is an application that allows you to tag on virtuality, and during one day I give some guys the opportunity to try it and to learn about it. And if you like tag, you should try it. Here is some image of the project. Maybe there is a video here. Did I put some video in the image? Oh, I hope it will not leave the stuff. Yeah, no, I will not try it because I don't want the page to leave. But it's too late. Quick, please do not leave. Yep. So basically that's the ambience of the hackathon here. And I don't see the video. Oh, the game jam, sorry. Yeah, no. Okay. So no video. Sorry for you. I will go on you. Here. Yep. Yeah, that was a joke here because people are saying, the Oculus Go and the Oculus Quest, that is the mobile helmet, is not powerful enough. But it should have a GTX graphic card and stuff like this. But it's just stupid because this device is not powerful, but it's accessible to everybody and super cheap and powerful in the way that you can put it on your front and bam, you're ready to play. Yeah, a big discussion in the community for the moment. Up. Yep. Yep, so that's my working station. Here is the I was talking about a formation about augmented and graphic and art, street art. That was this one. It's super cool and apparently it was well done, but I don't have video about it, so I will not continue. But if you like street art, you should look around about that. Programming joke. I will code for HTML. I will code HTML for food. So that is the Oculus Quest. Basically, it's a device you put in front of you if you don't know, and the small camera on it allows to track the device in space, a bit like the HoloLens. So you can move around and you don't have to set up some base station or some tracking device. No, you just put the helmet, boom, and you're ready to play and go. You have controller, and I'm super excited about it because even if it's mobile game with a small game and not a lot of performance, it's super cool to know that now you will be able to play VR anywhere in less than 30 seconds. And that's a huge stuff you should look around if you are looking this video in January 2008 and 19. Yep, basically, but here a video about it. So that was the Oculus Connect, and it's some people playing in a huge space with the device. You see there is no PC, no cable, just moving around and trying to enjoy, and so really excited about this one. Yep. Yeah, there is some stuff that if you know it, this video will be boring, but if you don't know it, Vuforia mouse experiments. Ah, that's a cool project. Basically, what I have done, if I have put a card here on a hat, and when I move the hat, it moves the mouse on the computer, and so I have three screens, and I can move around in the environment, and by pressing on the mouse or with this stuff, I can just type, and so I don't need my hand like this. I can put my hand on the keyboard and type without using the mouse, and so I'm winning like two more most of the time you are losing, it's to grab the mouse, move, click, and put your hand on the keyboard. And that's what I am trying to delete by doing this kind of application. Da-da-da-da-da. If you need the code, feel free to go on this post, and if you need help and you want to improve it, feel free to ask me. But basically, I'm waiting a new technology that is called anti-latency that will allow me to do it really, really precisely. As soon as they have it, I work on this project and I give it to you. Facial AI remote is because the new iPhone that I don't like, but that is still a nice technology, have a super good face tracking. So you just have to put your phone like this and move around. And this application, Facial AI, allow you to track every move of your mouse, every move of your eyes, and translate it to 3D model. It's super amazing. Feel free to look on YouTube. It's super crazy what they can do. So yeah, plenty of text. Apparently, yeah, it's it's a fun stuff because what I'm learning is to do a keyboard with the hand. So basically, I have asked a sponsor from Tap with Us to be able to work on this new technology that I was studying. And not a long time ago, I followed on a video of a guy who is technically working on that too, and that is well advanced indeed. Not in the same way I want to use it, because you just want to use it to teach people to use the hand, to rehabilitate people. And me, I want to use it to trigger macro and really speak with the computer. So, but yeah, that's cool. And so yeah, I'm just checking. Yep, and it's still recording. Yeah, just to be sure that everything is going well in the record. Yep. Go down, go down. Okay. So, faster than light, kill the keyboard. Basically, what I'm doing is that I want to kill the keyboard. But to kill the keyboard, you need to provide some tool for someone to succeed it. Because if you want to kill the keyboard, you want to start, okay, let's go. And you want to use to type a letter. Basically, you will have to use a null library of Windows. You will have to understand it, to observe that there is plenty of stuff that it will not work like you want it. You will observe that the keyboard is a bit different in each country and in each PC. And so from step to step, you will say, no, it's too complicated, and we'll stop. But we need to succeed to do that, to create a new keyboard. And so basically a way I'm looking at this is I working on an application that allow you to say, I want to type that on this PC from a phone, and bam, the PC will receive through the network the instruction to type that or to do that, so to launch the Firefox or to make a macro or to take a screenshot, and from the phone. So it means that you take your phone with you and you have your keyboard with you. So if I link that to my phone, I can type anything on any computer without changing my habit. Super cool stuff, because it means that if you spend 80 hours learning to type with your device, you will be able to control any computer without having to relearn it or to adapt yourself to the computer you are controlling. It's just your phone, your keyboard, tack, I control my PC. And so I did a demo test of my code on faster than light, when I press some button and basically do some keyboard action on my PC to control the game faster than light. Super cool experiment, but yeah, we need a lot of time to speak about it, so I will pass. But basically what you have to understand is that you can trigger from the network some action like this. You see I have a version with two phones. I can have plenty of phones controlling the same PC, and that's a fun part of it. Here it's just a post I want to share about Goro Fujita, who is the guy who do painting in VR. So you just paint in VR, and this guy is doing also animation, and like you can see, it's crazy good. It's Goro Fujita. Follow him if you like this kind of content. Yep. And that's my noodle keyboard. Basically, like you can see in the image here, it's a noodle box where you press. When you press, the aluminium is making some contact, and this contact allow me to know that I'm typing. And that was my first version of a keyboard using the finger. The second version, because the first version, and here the video you look on the top is me trying to learn my device to type some letter, and that's when I learned that you need 80 hours to master a keyboard. And so it's something that is frustrating, because if you do a keyboard, it could be super cool or super bad, but to know it you need to at least work 80 hours learning it. So if it's super bad, you have lost 80 hours learning a new keyboard. If it's super cool, you need to spend 80 hours. So are you ready to spend that to know if it's working well? Even after some months and some years, you're not sure that you can type as fast as you could. So that's really the big challenge of this concept. That was the first prototype. So basically, it's a ground. So I've put the ground on the mug, and when you press with your finger the mug, the electricity go in, and bam, we can detect that you are typing some letter in the same way of the prototype type over there. And so that's super cool. That's the first version when I was not using electronics. So basically I was using the keyboard. So I'm not moving my finger, I'm just doing that, but I'm doing some more. So for example, A is that, but if I want to do M, I can do tac tac. If I want to do launch the application, I can do tac 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 tac. And as you can see, I do some temporal hit on the finger, and it will say do this stuff in particular, do this stuff specially. Uh, and so link it to the when I was coding this stuff, it made me smile, because basically the code I'm doing is exactly that. Someone who solve a problem you don't know you have in a way you don't understand. So basically I'm solving your problem in a way you don't understand, and you don't even know that you have a problem, but I know that you have. Kiss your teacher. It was to say that the Kiss your teacher. It's a game jam, so a contest about creating video game, but where you need to work with your teacher to make the game. So you need at least a teacher in your group to be able to work on the educational part. Working on next gen keyboard, yeah, it's because I would like to use a Mio to trigger some action, some keyboard, but I don't have a Mio, and apparently they stopped the production of it. It's basically you put that here, and based on the muscular action, they can say which finger you are using, and if you are pressing, if you are not pressing, and with the gyroscope, not the direction of your hand. So you have plenty of information, making it a super good tool to use. I've seen some people using it in hackathon. It's really working well, but you need to pay a lot, and it's not available anymore. Parody, yeah, it's cool, but it's not IT. Ah, that's cool. Look at this. Look at this. So basically, you use a gyroscope, you use your phone, you redirect that on the camera, you put the camera in your phone, and bam, you can see and control the camera from a distance. Super cool, and it was cool because I always has this idea that VR will allow us to control stuff from a large distance, and this is a kind of revolution of I don't know, innovative technology that we want to see in the future. I need to take some English lessons. Yeah, because basically, look here, you have a plane. You put the same technology, and bam, for military, it's done. For finding people that are lost or something like that, it's cool too. I mean, So here it's an example of a technology I already tried in the past, but it was cool to see it working super well. If you use the screen of your PC and it allows you with augmented reality to see your character, and yeah, and you use your PC as a tracking device, and it gives really a good look. I have a student that was working on that, but with V4, yeah, it was moving really a lot, so it's really hard to have this 3D mesh staying on the screen but not moving away or not shaking on your screen. But cool. August, so we are half of the year. It's a cool technology that is called Neutomer. So basically you put some gyroscope on your skeleton, and it allows to track based on the rotation of the skeleton the movement of someone. So you don't need a base station to know where you are. It's just based on the rotation we can know where how you move, how you react, and it's cool technology and it's low cost in a way that it's 1,000 or 2,000 euro to use that. But for a company that really want to track movement, it's really not so expensive. But if for people like you and me, yeah, it's expensive. You really need to have a need to use it to use it. Here, hey, here is the project of one of my students, Julien and Sofia, who was working on the project I was talking you about. Is it a video? No, it's not a video. Oh, is it? So basically, instead of using a screen, we use a wood that they cut in printing. There is a tool that allows you to cut in the wood and to put some information on it. So it's wood laser, something like that. And we used augmented reality to track the water, and we put a world in the shot. It's a cool project, but he stopped it later. But I was really liking how it was going, because basically it's just a piece of wood, you know. So if you like this kind of application, feel free to contact this guy and to ask him question, or if you have a job for him, feel free to hire him. Yep. Come on. Yep. Yeah, I'm on my PC that is really slow. Basically, before using the... Oh yeah, there is also stuff that is pretty cool. As you can see, it's a A4 wood piece, but in the screen part, you can remove the parts and it make a cube, and this cube is tracked in augmented reality too. It's the same technology that a merge cube, but we did it our way. And yeah, it's just poop, and you have a cube that you can use with just a piece of wood. Now I'm looking at that, I'm like, why he did not do something with that zebra project? Are you right? Prompt. It's a game that is cool about pirates. No, like basically, and I invite you to subscribe if you are near Belgium and you have something cool to do you want to do something cool during the summer. It's a hackathon that takes place in the wood, and it's super cool, but no luck for me. As you can see in, I suppose, the following video photo. Up. No, I don't have it. Basically, I wanted to go. I was like, yeah, and I was prepared. I buy plenty of stuff to do it, and bam, I went to the hospital, and I was like, no. But that was an important part of my path, because technically before that I was cleaning and working on my hard drive and stuff like this, cleaning my project and publishing it. And when I went to the hospital, just 1 week after that, I had an idea about the keyboard, and that's just the stuff that really make me yes, I need to work 1 year on killing the keyboard. That's the trigger of this adventure. It was the hospital parts during the hackathon because I was not able to do virtual reality, I was not able to do augmented reality, to work, to code, and so I had plenty of time to think about it and change of habits. So hospitals sometimes can be good for you to make a break. So before the hospital, I was working a lot on virtual reality. For example, I wanted to try to put the helmet all the time and not have no screen when I'm walking around. And so as you can see, I was building my space to work. It can look like this. That is some cool shit about VR and military training. Again, my space. Yep. People, client. Yeah, it's joke, IT joke. Yeah, if you take the bus, there is a technique that, unfortunately for me, I lived it. It's that people, when the bus is going, is starting, people open the box because the driver forgot to close it or just to how we say he don't want to close it, and so most of the time it's open, and so people open, take the bag, and leave. That happened to me, and I lost 100 euro like this. I was like, no, but it was a video about talking about it because it's happened, but it was recorded this time because it's happened all the time in Europe, but here it was recorded, and in Paris, so it makes the buzz. Here is my start about killing the keyboard. Where I was like, how to kill it. The barbecue game jams. The barbecue game jams is a game jam where you eat a barbecue and you make a game in 24 hours. It's super fun to do, and it's at these game jams that I did the Eminem typing gut game, the type fast game, and yeah. Here is because the magic leap was going out. I suppose you know what is the magic leap. It's the same that the HoloLens. You put the helmet in front of your eyes and you can see objects in the reality and put it on. The difference between augmented reality in the past and now is that with this kind of device, you have a scan of the 3D elements around you. And so when you put an object, you put it on the object and you will feel the presence of the object because of that. The both device, HoloLens and Magic Leap, do that, and it's really cool. But you have a view like this, so it's kind of killing the immersion. But yeah, in July I did something super cool. Basically, in an old project, I wanted to make a map, a 3D map of metro station. It was taking time, so I was like, I will maybe not do it. But here I wanted to try with a new technology I had. It is two small glass that you put in front that record in stereoscopic view. And based on stereoscopic view, it generates the 3D mesh of it. And so you can have quickly a 3D mesh. So I went with this device and all my PC and equipment, and I was moving in the metro and scanning it, and it's super cool. It's kind of good, but the mesh is not good enough. So I was like, I cannot use it. And the precision is good and kind of good, but not good enough to be able to say, hey, here is the map. Because more you rotate the camera, more you lose some information, and so more the map become really ugly. I think the HoloLens is better for that. So if, you have to know that the HoloLens is scanning everything and doing a mesh in 3D, and this mesh you can access it on the HoloLens portal from a PC, and it allows you indeed to scan a room or a building really quickly if you know how to do it. But basically, for example, it looks like this. You see, I have a good path, but I have plenty of stuff that is useless, and it's based on the stereoscopic. I could speak about it, but I need half an hour. But here was what it can do. Here it's just because the magic leap was coming. It was not released yet. Yeah, I know it was released, but it was for joking about it. So that the tap wizards that I ask to have. So I it's a sponsoring here, so we give it to me in exchange of doing a video that talk about the developer parts of this device that I should have already done, but I will do it in the coming months to talk about how we use it, how we code it, what he can do, what is the restraint, stuff like this. Yeah, it's because I will be a wizard in 1 year. Hack in the wood. Yeah, I said that the video will be long, yeah? And it's long, long, long. A cool news this year is that the Vive, so it's a augmented reality helmet, it's struck by two cube that we call base station, and it allows you to know where you are in space. And since this year, you can have plenty of cubes. So you put like 7, 8, 9, 10 cube in your house or in your building, and with the helmet, you will be able to be tracked in any place. So if you put a PC in your back, like poof, a backpack, and you put the helmet, you can really move anywhere and you will be tracked. So it's really, really a good news, but it's 100 euro per cube, and if you put six, it's 600 euro plus the device. It's really if you have a lot of money, because but it's cool. It's really cool to know that this technology is moving forward to make people move more and not just stay in a small area or in front of the PC. The backpack, it looks like this. So you have a back, I have a PC behind, and I have my headset, and I can put it anywhere like this. And you have a battery of 1 hour or two. And I have make plenty of tests like washing the dishes, walking in the forest, scanning a crop field. And yeah, for example, here the image is pretty cool. So it's the backpack I put in my back, but the small bag on it, it's a bag that has a recorder, because you cannot use augmented reality, virtual reality if you don't have a screen. Indeed, it's stupid, but it's like this. So it allows me to record, but also to simulate a screen. The other one is because I have an alimentation for the power, but the problem is that if I play a 2-bit with it, it will break my backpack, and also it will fall during my test, and so I will not have electricity. It will be boring. So I put my alimentation over there, and I have another long cable from 10 meters that allow me to move around. Like this, I have really unlimited battery when I stay in the room, and as soon as I want to move out of the room, I unplug, go do my stuff, replug, and bam. So it allows me to move around in 10-20 meter easily and unlimited. Here it's a photo. I think it's an old photo. It's the same time. No, because here I was with. Oh, I thought it was a really old photo, but yeah, no, it's not so old. So no, it's because here it's Montreal. Basically, it's a photo of me at an ideathon. It's a hackathon about idea, but I think it was the Montreal one. Yeah, it's the Montreal one. It's a hackathon we win about just the application is simple. You take your phone and you say, I want to go over there in this country where I don't know the language, I don't know how I can go there, so please help me, just say me where I need to go. So you press the place you want to go. By GPS, we say the nearest metro is over there, go over there, poof, you walk, you go in the metro, and as you cannot read and the metro is underground, it's hard to understand the way, and so we show you a 3D map of the metro station. I suppose we will see in the later in the stuff in my timeline. But basically, you will see the 3D map with an arrow saying you need to do that, and when you go out, you have the map that is coming back. And you have 360 photo that allow you to, if you click on it, to see what it will look like, a bit like Google Map. And so basically you don't need to speak the language, you just say I want to go over there and it helps you to go over there. And to track yourself underground, what we did is that we use the Wi-Fi, and as soon as we detect a Wi-Fi that is with the MAC address of the place, we say, oh, you are here in the metro, because there's plenty of Wi-Fi in most of the metro of the world. Not in the Moscow one, because I did try the Moscow one and the Wi-Fi is in the bus. So yeah. But yeah, here it was a photo because we were two winner in this hackathon, and we were equal. So we were two first place. We say. Here it's a photo of me when I was. Here is the device I used to scan the metro. So you see, I have a PC in the back of a wheelchair and the little eyes of my telescopic camera. I call it Vicky. It's my Vicky. Yep. Yeah, I was afraid because maybe I could be arrested because scanning a metro it looked like terrorism, and I don't think I'm allowed to do that. So I was like, yep, tree screen. Here it's a small device that allow you to track an object in space with the HTC Vive, and basically it costs €3. So if you like to hack a bit and allow to track object without buying a 100 device, you can look at that. It could be useful for you. Time fly. 6 July. Yeah, it's happened. It did happen so much stuff this year. Oh, that's so basically the image you see over there is that in June, July, I was trying to take everything I've done in the past and put it on a hard drive to be able to store, archive, and publish it. But as you can see, if I want to publish it online, I will have a long time, I think I need 1 or 2 years working only on that if I want to publish what I've done in the 5 last year, as you can see. And yeah, there's plenty of good application and cool experiment I want to talk about, but like you can see, it's my big mistake is that I love prototyping, I love experimenting, but I don't love finishing. I don't love publishing because prototyping take some hours. Finish the prototype take 2 days, but if you want to make it accessible to people, you need at least 1 week or two, and if you want to make it well, you need 1 month. And if you want to publish it, you will need 1 month and a half. And if you want to make a good application, you need 6 months. And if you want to make an application that is super cool and that is finished, you need 1 or 2 years. And I don't have this time, as you can see. I like to craft, to try, to experiment. So publish for me it's kind of impossible, but as I observed, it's that require it. So this year, why I'm working on that is because this year I need to publish a maximum of stuff. So that's really my motto. I need to publish stuff and to give it to you. Because else it's on my hard drive over there and you cannot use it, and that's shameless. That's a shame. Shame, ding, shame, ding. So here it was me announcing the hacking the wood with the video I have done. Yep. Medium, it's super cool. Medium, it's a tool that allows you to draw in virtual reality, but it's super useful in the way that it's easy to use, and it allows you to really to be to sculpt. I don't know if it's sculpt in English, but basically you're really an artist and you're like modeling everything super easy, no need to learn anything. And apparently they have done plenty of new tool that is easy to use. So that is the 100 people at the Kiss Your Teacher Game Jams of the last year. So plenty of guys. June, my friend. What I have done in June. The Holy Bible. That stuff, it's a stuff that I really want to see, but A new tech, it's a crystal where you can put some terabytes of data in it, and that is you can use after 100 of year, but it's just new tech for the coming year. On that cool stuff about beer, my bot friend. Oh, I present you Vicky. Da! So basically, it's a hackathon in Amsterdam about it was Adidas, I think. Yeah, Adidas. I will check that. Oh, I didn't put it. And what we did is that we put all my equipment on this wheelchair and we recorded 360, not 360, 80, 180 degree video in stereo. And what we did is that we put on this video a layer that we are drawing to be able to give information on what you are seeing. And when you put your cursor on it or when you look at it, you can have information. And basically, we called this wheelchair Vicky, and it was really cool. If I have another image, it will be easier for me to explain you that. So I'm checking if I have one. So here's the team, Justin and the other guy. That was the marketing guy. And I don't have other video of it, I think. Surprising because yeah. So basically, the idea is that you put a 360 video. You draw, for example, you have Spider-Man, you have Iron Man, and you have Black Widow. People that don't know that with Marvel series, it's super hard to look at the video. And here, it's basically you look the video, you put your cursor, and you know who is who. It's super cool. And for Adidas, what we did is that we recorded a marketing video of people playing foot, on a bike, and we draw everyone. And when you put your cursor on someone, you know that this T-shirt is the T-shirt of this guy, and that you can buy on the website. Yeah, basically it's complicated to explain without the image. Before that, what I was experimenting is here you have the stereoscopic camera that allow me to scan in 3D my room, for example, and in 360 take picture if we want. And based on this 3D image, I'm able to voxelize it by putting some cube everywhere. But the problem is that to be able to voxelize an object, you need to do the algorithm, but also you need it to be reusable after that in the game. So the third part was scanning, voxelize it, reuse it, and also working on a shader, a compute shader that allow me to reuse every cube from a pool. Like this, it's not taking a lot of resource in Unity. And that part is super cool because you have plenty of cube, but it's consuming almost nothing in the game. And I really need to work on that application and put it online and release it because it's cool. I know there's plenty of people that are doing it and stuff like this, but not in the way I was doing it. You know that when you're a developer, you like your product even if it's already existing. Yeah? But it's cool to know that you basically what is super cool with this experiment is that I want a church for my voxel game. I take my camera, I scan a real church, I voxelize it, bam, I have it in my game. So you can kind of steal the reality to put it in voxel. And that is really, really cool stuff. And for that I use two tools. I use my stereoscopic camera, as you can see, but if you look at the top right near the Nintendo, you have another device that is from Technobel that allow you to scan small object like a burger in a good quality. And if you put it where it's giving good scan. It's called the the Sense 3D Sense. And I heard people moving around, so I suppose I will have to stop because they want to sleep. So, um, here's an example of the voxel part and the burger part. Here it's, yeah, the video is a bit long, yeah? June, half a year in 1 hour. Basically, we did a hackathon in Dubai about transport with Young for PT, Young for public transport. And over there, I was a coach, so I did help the participant to learn about, yeah, having forward to pitch themselves, a 30-second to pitch themselves, think about how they can apply it to the real world and really work on that. And as they would have to present it in the congress room. I ask every people in a group to record themselves pitching for during 30 seconds. It's an exercise that is super hard to pitch yourself in 30 seconds, and I think that everybody did at least 3 or 5 times the exercise before succeeding to do it. But after that, they were happy because it was super easy to speak about the project, because they come and say, "Hey, hi, I am this guy. I'm working on this plane. I'm working that way, and we are unique because of that." And bam, can we work together, or what are you doing? And bam, that's how you can start a conversation really quickly. But yeah, I have a document that allow me to do that, but you can find the document on the website. But it's hard for me to go take the document and give it to you now, because I have to use a mouse. Forget. There is tool that you can use that is on my Patreon. It's hackathon tool if you want it on the Patreon. So here it's me pitching speechless voice. No. Yes. It's sometimes it's weird, the temporality. That part is a super cool part. This video is a 5 minute video that's explaining the stereoscopic camera experiment after 2 days of experimenting around. And it's a part where I'm putting a backpack, putting a virtual reality helmet in front of my eyes, the camera here, and I'm driving a bike. So I'm on the bike on a road with the scanning that is doing automatically, and I'm moving around. It's impressive. The impressive part is that the stereoscopic part is good enough, and the quality of the image is good enough to be able to give me the possibility to use a bike. And try to use a bike with a phone in your face. Not sure you will succeed to do it. So this is this device on the virtual reality helmets. Yeah, there is a friend who Ghostbuster. This video is a cool video, but it's not the subject. Brain blasts. Yeah, without the image, it's an image that is a bit psychedelic, and I use a VR. I did a VR application to be able to try that. Yep. Oh, Rubik's Cube World. Basically, I did an application. I was almost ready to publish, and then I had the student, and then a project, and then bam 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 bam. Bam. It's 80% ready, but basically it's a Rubik's Cube, and you can move it in any way, and it record, so it shuffle it, and it record every move you do, so you can save and go back. So it's an application that allows you to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube, but in a gentle way, in that you can, if you screw, you can say, I come back to the last save, and boom, you can restart. And on the left side, you have guide about how you can solve a Rubik's Cube. So the idea is not to let you solve a Rubik's Cube, it's to teach you how to solve a Rubik's Cube in a classic way. And it's really, really cool, but it's super hard because to code, I mean, because you have an object that is rotating with a pivot that is turning in a 3D way, with your helmet that is looking at it's rotation hell to be able to rotate a Rubik's Cube in a good way and with a look. To make it work well, it's super complicated. So if you like Quaternion and want to learn about Quaternion, try to do a Rubik's Cube's application. It was hell. I think it's more complicated to do this application than to resolve a Rubik's Cube. But it was super fun. So one day I will have to publish it. I need to publish it because it's almost more done. I mean, it's ridiculous. That's why I'm doing this video too. It's to check what I have not published and that I should publish. So this year it's a bit different because I decided that I will not take any job, any contract. I will not teach. I will not do plenty of contract or find client. I'll just publish all the time until the end of the year. So when I say I will publish it, it's almost true because I will maybe not do it because plenty of stuff to do, but I will try. That's the big difference. Man, if you are still looking the video, thank you for watching because it's already 1 hours I'm talking about my stuff and I'm not sure it's super interesting. So thank you. It's 1 hour, it's a long period. I think what I should do is take every project in my past and make a 3-minute video of every project and put a playlist with that. It would be more friendly to look because here I suppose that most of you are already left. So here is a first version of the Rubik's Cube. Something funny is that I was doing the Rubik's Cube application and I was like, oh yeah, I can move the part and stuff, and I was like, okay, I will try the video. There's guy who said you do that, and it's the Rubik's Cube is doing itself without even thinking. I was like, oh, it's cool, and there is like 4 million people liking it. I think even 20 million. And I was like, okay, I will try. And so did I did make a simulation of the Rubik's Cube with this algorithm for thousands of tests, and it never succeeded. So it's there that I learned that there is plenty of video on the internet saying how to solve a Rubik's Cube that is totally wrong, and they are just doing that for the buzz and for the view, and so YouTube money. It's depressing to see that people can make video making you believe that it's a solution when there is no solution. Crazy. So as you can see here, it's a classroom with a Vive Focus that is a standalone helmet you put in your face, but used with a full class. They have a lot of money to lose apparently because €600 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 20. Yeah, they're like 30% with. So it makes yeah 10 to 20,000 euro over there. But yeah. Yeah, the photo over there, it's the Oculus Go, and basically what I was doing is that this device is not allowing you to move a lot, but it's a good screen and you can easily watch movie with it. So what did I try is to put the helmet and to see if I can sleep with the helmet on my face. The stuff that is nice to know is that yes, you can, and no, you can't, because basically you can. It's really comfortable and you can watch the film for at least 1 hour, but the problem is that the light sent in your eyes make you believe that it's the day, and so it's really hard to sleep with the light in your eyes. But I succeed to do it several times. But there is also something really bad is that after 1 hour you have this feeling of not. It's a weird feeling because I never had this feeling before, but it's really a feeling of I'm not bad in my body, and I have to remove this device. It's not hurting me, but it's really stressful to have it, and it was not possible for me to sleep because of that, and because of the light several times uh, I was not able to sleep off all the night. I was like really in a way of my body was like, no, you don't sleep now. So good and really bad solution. But if you want to look movie all the night, cool solution. So here it was me trying to record a video of the Oculus Go with the Facebook tool. But the problem is that if you record with the Facebook tool in this device, it's record the image but not the sound. And you're like, why? Why? And to record the stuff, you need to launch the record and launch the application. But if you leave the application and come back, boom, the record is stopped and never really restarts. It's really strange. And if you would decide to make a live session, I think the sound is not going to in the live, but the quality of the image is really super bad. And so you're like, what is? Why did you do that? So, and something that is really bad with the Oculus Go is that you cannot make an application run in the background. So when you play a game, you play to this game only. It means that you cannot record, you cannot put an application to record what you are looking. You are obliged to use the one of that Facebook provides you. And the one of Facebook is really bad. So that was really strange for me. I was like, why did you do that like this? But it's working, so in a way, if you want just the image. I suppose they have corrected that I should try. Go Fujita again. So 3D animation of a 2D drawing with virtual reality. A 2D 3D drawing with virtual reality. Beat Saber. Yeah, I did try to Beat Saber. It's a game when you have to fight cube in a super quick way with music in your head. It's super cool. And what I did learn is that when you do sport game, the Windows Mixed Reality is not a good solution because you need to make a lot of fast moving movements, and the helmet lose tracking because the helmet controller lose tracking because they are tracked by the camera, and moving too quick make the camera don't understand this moving pixel. And also when you're moving too fast, the battery inside move a bit and cut the contact, and so you lose the controller. So if you want to be the best gamer ever, you should not use Windows Mixed Reality in this case. And I'm a bit afraid because the Oculus the Oculus Quest are going that way, and I saw some other competitor that is going that way too, and I hope they have solved this problematic, because else we'll not be able to do a nice sport game where you have to move a lot. You can play tennis table, and but if you do no, it will not work. And so we'll see. As soon as the Oculus Quest is over there, we'll see. Here it's just me relaxing at Dubai after having 3 days of monitoring and recording. Yep. Yep. That's it's my student had to learn about augmented reality in a project of 1 week where they was making a game on an old truck that was that basically we ask some people ask a school of 40 students to make an art from an old fire truck, fire fire station truck. And my students went to help to make an application of this fire truck, and they did an augmented reality application. It was the first one, and it was the first game jams, and it was a super huge event, so it was not perfect, but yeah, it was fun to do. And it was a good way to stress them. If you look at this video, sorry for the stress, and but it was fun, no? But yeah. April. Oh, we start to be near the end. Here it's me taking a beer and creating the workshop of virtual reality. I know it was just before going to Dubai, so it was not that time. That's a YouTuber that is doing stupid robots. It's a robot that's work in a way but never work. That's like crazy stupid. It's super fun, but yeah, it's entertainment. Here it's trailer stream hackathon. It was a live stream about Modern Geek. The Ring. The Ring, it's Young for PT. It's a foundation that wants to help young people to innovate in the public transport. So they make hackathons, they make events, and they try to make people work on that. And what they are trying to create is the Ring. It's a group of people that know each other that are working on that subject, but not in not because we ask them to do it, but because they want to work on that subject and put them in together. It's a nice initiative, but I don't know where it's now because it was a project, but I don't know if it's finalized. I don't know. Yeah, and for the Dubai Hackathon, I buy some new equipment, camera, light, microphone, stuff like this to be sure of not recording some shit. The project of the fire station here. Countdown. Yeah, it's because we were to Dubai. IoT challenge. Oh, the IoT challenge, the cool stuff. So basically, it's Girl League. It's a group at Modern Geek organized by Julie Foulon. Organized often some challenge where you put some electronic stuff together, and they use what's something that we call I don't remember the name, but it's some small part that is glued by magnets, and like this you just put them together and bam, you have electronic working. It's done for kids, but here it was the IoT challenge where there was that available and hardware components provided by Samsung. So you had cable, Arduino, and plenty of stuff to work around. But I missed the event because I was at Dubai, but super cool. So it's kind of that's a hackathon for me. That is what we call a hackathon. And so because you hack here, it's a student of me during the firework during the fire station. I don't know how it's said, but during this hackathon that was spending 1 week on the fire station track, a student had to learn how to cut wood with a laser printer and how to put image on it, and that's some piece of wood we were trying to track with augmented reality. It was working well, but you really need to make a lot of tests, and it's not working on every piece. And it's a good idea, but it was working kind of. It was working, but not super well working. If you have question on this project, feel free to contact me because it was really fun to do and there's plenty of stuff to speak about. Up. Want to make game. Yep, Mars. Here, it's super fun. So basically, I went to a game jam that is called the Blending Game Jams, where we try to make video game and board game. But here, the fun part is that I decided to go over there without screen. So here I'm using my phone at the end because I needed to debug. But I went over there to do the game jams for 2 days, but with virtual reality only. So I put my helmet, I have my workstation, I have some camera that allow me to see my partner and the people around me, but basically I did not use any screen. It was super fun to do, but I was not ready for that, and so I lost a lot of time trying, experimenting, understanding, and so the game is not perfect. Basically, we did a game where you ride a whale. So you have a big whale, and you are the rider, and you have to move it to eat plankton. But even it was cool, it was not good enough for my quality requirement. But the experiment was there, it was super fun. Yep. And so, boom, boom, boom. The Citizen of Wallonia. It's a hackathon where you need to create solution to problematic that is concerning citizen in Wallonia. And it's a super good hackathon in the way that yeah, it's not a hackathon because it's more a business hackathon. It's not a startup weekend because you speak about business, the project, and you don't have to prove that it's working, but most people hack a little bit at least. And during this hackathon, I bring my hardware. As you can see, I was like, it was at my start because it was the first time I had my backpack, or I think, for hackathon, and my helmet, my VR headset. And in this hackathon, I did something that is super cool. I will try to see if I have a photo. Yes. Come on, come on, come on. Do I have a photo? Yeah, here. Basically, I put some camera here and some camera in my hand, and so I was able to move around by looking around with my hand. So I have 2 or 3 images, and I was like, ooh, and it allowed me to see anywhere. Uh, it's super weird because I don't see anything except from the camera, and so, for example, going on a stair, you have to feel your body and uh, not trust the reality because you see image that is not corresponding to what you are doing. But the good part is that you can look to someone, prepare the camera, then look to another one, and it's super cool if you want to do streaming. But you should need some tool to be able to switch from camera to camera because yeah. But it was more a fun experiment about knowing if we can see through several camera. The problem is that apparently I learned that with PC that is not well that don't have enough power to, basically a laptop cannot use more than 2 camera, and so I had like 5 camera with me, but I just used 2 in this example. But if you use a PC with a good alimentation, you can really use plenty of webcam, and that is fun because you have a webcam view like a fly, and you can see anywhere. It's really almost transhumanism. And so yeah, the game jams, some music. That was the blending game jams. Code book. Yeah, we almost done all the year. February, January, February. Yeah, almost. Yeah, apparently I have a link with Bill Gates in a way. I was like, what? On LinkedIn. On LinkedIn. Master race. View master. Yeah. That's basically I this backpack I booked I buy booked booked I need to have English lessons. Basically, I buy this backpack in January, in the past, in January, and I use it all the year to make crazy experiment. But it's really difficult because when you don't have a lot of money and you are a freelancer, you are like, I cannot buy this, so I will try to ask sponsor to give it to me in exchange of anything, your soul, your everything. But most of the time you spend hours and days trying to ask a sponsor to help you, and at the end you spend more time asking and writing mail than working. And if you had work for the time you would ask, you would have enough money to buy it. And so that's what I did here. I was like, fuck it, I will not spend 2 weeks trying to have it, a sponsor offering me that. I will just pay it and use it all the year. And it was really a good way to work. But you can do that only if you know that we'll use it all the time. Because if you don't use it, if you buy it and then you don't use it, you screw. You really screw. But one of the best stuff I buy in my life. It could be better, but it's cool. Yeah, I was like this. So here it's a cool stuff, but it's not the subject. Yep. Yeah, Facebook has some difficulty because there is 1 year of stuff loaded. 1 hour challenge in Square. I don't remember what it was. Playing game jam is me, I'm saying that it will happen. Yeah, plenty of guys ask me how can we know where is the next game jams or the next hackathon. The question is hard because hackathon and game jams have a bad habit to announce 2 or 3 months before they are going to be done. And so we have this situation when people don't have the time to schedule it, and so it's hard to announce them. But basically, the best way is you look to someone that do a lot of hackathon and a lot of game jams like me. You look to what they're doing, and sometimes you will see a post saying, "Hey, there is a cool hackathon or cool game jam," and bam, you follow him, and you are over there, because it's really hard to track. There is a website. It's called hackathon.com .io where you can check. There's Eventbrite you can check. There's Itch.io, but Itch.io is more for hackathon that is taking online. And basically, you just need to once a while, like once every 2 or 3 months, looking around and check around if there is not something cool to go. So hard to say. I did try to make a web page with announcement of hackathon, but it don't work because it takes too much time for not enough reward. So here the photo is it's my student for the Unity part. So I teach during some months the development of video game with Unity, and it was super cool. And yeah, that's the team, and all the lecture is online on the wiki that is accessible to everybody in French. So it's a French lesson, but you can access it by going on GitHub/Eloi, and then you look in Hello Unity. Ta-da! And January there is Beat Saber that was out, and I played so many times this game. It was the Global Game Jams also, and I'm looking for that. Objective de create online course and go to a maximum game jams. Yeah, I wanted to go to a maximum of game jams and hackathon because I've done 60 hackathon and game jams in 2 or 3 years, and I was like, yeah, I will do a lot of them, and I will do application for hackathon and tool for hackathon, but it's too hard because the travel cost, the hackathon have a cost. You are not paid for that because most of the time you try to be paid, but it's not possible. And if you are coach or recording hackathon, you're not enjoying hackathon, and so it's really hard to have this situation where you want to help and also enjoy the events. And yeah, but I have so many stuff to say about the hackathon game jams. Small session looking around with Unity developer. Yeah, Nice hackathon tool. Basically, see here, I think I'm talking about the tool I've done, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it was here. I was like, oh, can I do 30 by year? Hackathon. Yeah, 30 hackathon by year, it means one every 2 weeks. Yeah. Super hard. Here it's a super cool video, so I will stop after this one because it's the end of the year. I have a friend that is called Thomas Van Boel, and he is working at New York on a project where basically you import a 3D model you want to show to people. It could be a station, it would be a house, anything. You put it in here, and you give the link to your friend, and they can put any helmet in virtuality or any computer with no virtuality, and they can be in the same room, talk with you, see the maquette, move around, go in the maquette like they were over there, and it's super useful to speak about architectural detail and have a meeting about that with people from all around the world. So basically here it was 1 hour when an expert was showing how how well was done a 3D scan of Machu Picchu, and we were like 20 people, something like that, listening and participating to the meeting from all around the world. It was really fun. And so, yeah, basically I will stop this video here. I suppose that nobody will watch it, but if you watched it, thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much uh, for watching 1 hour me talking. That's ridiculous. But yeah, thank you. And if you have any question, any comment, feel free to ask. I mean, if you look a video